This week we went to a pumpkin patch and it was such a bright and most importantly dry day. It was just perfect and such a cozy activity to do. Woohoo! For our little pumpkin! We had so much fun exploring the farm, and then once we had our pumpkin secured, it was back to the studio to pack some lovely orders. It was actually raining as I was packing these orders, and it just set such a cozy atmosphere in the studio where I could hear the noise of the rain on the metal roof. And even though I'm not a fan of these darker evenings, there's definitely some things about this time of year that I absolutely love. about time I show my face on the vlog this week and talk about my week and what we're working on. It's been a funny old week this week. Mama Sunshine, or Alison as you probably know her because she's only my mum, works with me 2 days a week. As you might know if you watch these vlogs regularly, but she's been poorly this week. She's been quite poorly, she's fine, but she's been quite unwell. So I've been on my own. Thursday, which would normally be our day together, I was on nurse duty. I made her come down, I picked her up, and I did some work on my laptop while fetching and carrying and getting things she needed. And it was actually quite nice just to chill out and spend the day together. And then alongside that, my little girl is full of cold. I've never seen anything like it. And my husband got ill like that as soon as she came home with a snotty nose. So we're all sort of hanging on by a thread. I am trying to avoid everybody that's ill in the nicest possible way. I've had to ban my mum from coming to work because you can't keep her down. She doesn't sit down, and she would literally be on death's door stood there trying to do pocket hearts and orders and like all the things. And I'm like, no, in the nicest possible way. You're not welcome here at the moment. You need to focus on getting better. And I've just taken the pressure off a bit and I've been doing things as and when. I did have a little Halloween activity morning with my little girl after we picked our pumpkins. And I'll show you, I'll insert some footage here of how they turned out. She's only 2. She's too young for pumpkin carving and I thought it would be a nightmare. So I stuck with what I know, which is stickers. And I dug out loads of Halloween stickers and just random things that I thought she would like cute animals and things. And she mostly went for the Halloween stickers. And we had fun decorating our pumpkins. I did one that was like just mine with some like harvesty themed stickers, and then we did all the others together. And it was quite cute actually because I found some old sticker sheets that were way back from the Plan, Inspire, Create days before I rebranded to Sunshine Lane. And I had some little bat stickers. I had my little panda character dressed up in all different Halloween costumes, and so it was kind of like a Plan, Inspire, Create pumpkin. It was super cute and we just had fun, and she is still walking around going, decorate a pumpkin. So I think she enjoyed it. Okay, now I want to talk about data. If you've seen my recent vlogs, you'll have seen that I've been sharing more of the data and the results of my email marketing using Omnisend, who are sponsoring this segment of the video and who I love, because the more and more I've been using it, the better and better results I've been getting, which is like, what more do you want as a small business owner? And if you saw my video not last week, but the week before, you will have seen that I had really good success using email marketing for the Super Seconds Festival. I shared all my results and we had 35 orders directly through my email marketing, which is fantastic, as well as 151 new email subscribers in the last 5 weeks, a lot of which were during that sale period because there was a lot more traffic on my website. And so that growth was only possible because I had all of this system set up and running before the increased traffic hit my website. So now Black Friday and Cyber Monday are on the horizon. It's become a big shopping event in the calendar. It's a weekend where we know people do a lot of holiday shopping, and so I always try and get involved in some form. And when I think about the scale of that, it's probably the biggest sales event of the year for people. So if you're not already with Omnisend, I think the biggest mistake you can make right now is waiting to migrate your email platform. Trying to move to Omnisend close to Black Friday is panic mode. But the key to lowering that stress around Black Friday and ahead of Black Friday is that Omnisend handles all the migration for you. And I actually recorded my experience of migrating to Omnisend around 18 months ago now, and I'll link that video below if you want to go back and watch that segment. It was such a good experience. When I think about doing something like migrating your email provider, it's one of those tasks that makes me roll my eyes, it fills me with dread, and I just automatically think it's going to be a headache, but that isn't my experience with OmniSend, and they've put a lot of work into making that migration process as seamless as possible, and they handle that process for you. So your subscriber lists you have, your customer history, your segments, all that information that you don't want to lose, they'll transfer that over for you and move it seamlessly into their system. So it's a hands-off, stress-free move. And migrating early gives you a massive advantage. While everyone else is panicking ahead of Black Friday, you're already set up and you can calmly build out your emails and your email automations ahead of time. Think abandoned cart emails, a VIP segment with early access links, a nice welcome series for new subscribers, and you've got time to test everything out ahead of time and make sure it all works flawlessly. So don't wait till the panic sets in. This is your Black Friday reminder. It is already November. It's only weeks away. So my tip is to secure your calmest, most profitable holiday sales period yet by migrating to OmniSend right now. They have a free email marketing plan that remains free while you're building your list up to 250 subscribers. And if you're already migrating with more than that, I have a discount code for you too, which you'll find in the description, as well as the link you need to follow, which is omnisend.com/sunshine lane. I'll leave everything for you in the description. This morning, I need to put together a whole batch of pocket hearts for one of my stockists. That said, they're getting quite low, and this is normally a job my mum would do, so I am jumping into pocket heart mode and getting some stock ready for them. So I'm going to set myself up over in the packing area and bring you with me, and we'll put them a lovely delivery together. So I'm back many pocket hearts later, and I wanted to have a kind of business reality chat with you. You just saw me packing up that big order. It was 300 pocket hearts, and on the surface that looks like amazing news, and you're probably thinking Sunshine Lane is really booming, she must be making loads of money. And that's not completely wrong. We are bringing in more money each year, and that's really positive news. I had a sit down with my accountant recently, he does my tax return every year, and we had a sit down, and I was shocked and happy to see that we'd really increased the money coming into the business. And the business is growing in size and volume, but that isn't the full picture. And the reality check that I've had to have with myself and you on the vlog is growing a business doesn't automatically mean you're growing the profit. And that's where I've perhaps naively thought, grow the business and the profit will grow with you. And it's just not that simple. I need to sit down and be really honest about the numbers, because expenses right now are through the roof. I know everybody will be feeling it, both as a small business owner and just generally in life. It feels like we're having to run faster and faster just to stay in the same place, which is obviously not what you want. We're bringing in more, but it's just immediately being eaten up by increased cost of materials, packaging, another Royal Mail price increase that I'm going to have to look at since I last increased my postage costs. There's been another one. I don't know if this is right, but it just feels like every other month they do a little bit. And it forces me to keep increasing shipping costs, which I hate doing because I know it impacts on the customer, and they might well just decide the shipping costs are too high to justify what they want to buy. But when all of our costs are increasing and we're not making any more money, in fact, we're probably making less money on each item, the business just isn't sustainable. That's not a sustainable business model. And if I want to keep creating products that I love, if I want to keep this little business going and growing, I need to make some changes to make sure it's actually going to be profitable. One of the biggest things I know I need to look at is my pricing, and I find this incredibly scary. I don't know if other small business owners feel the same way. It just feels like if I'm increasing the prices, I'm letting the customer down. But to give a really clear example, I have never increased the price of my die cut stickers, the individual stickers in my shop. They are £1.50, they're gorgeous quality, and I know that other small businesses are charging in the main between £2.50 and £3.50 for a die cut sticker. So some more than double than what I'm charging for the same thing. And then think about when I have offers on stickers, it's even lower. And I haven't increased the price of my stickers ever. And that was fine when my costs were lower, but it just doesn't work now. And that's like one of those products where it's a really clear example for me that I need to make a change. And I just need to face up to the fact that I need to be brave, and I need to start pricing my products appropriately and at what they're worth. Like, there's no point undervaluing yourself and what you create, because like I said, it's just not sustainable. So all of this long chat is to say that I'm going to sit down next week to do a big price review, and there will be some price increases coming, not on every item obviously, but on some items. And so I wanted to give you a little prior warning. If you've had your eye on anything, especially stickers, because I know they're going up, but if you've had your eye on anything, now is your chance to get them before the price increase. And also a heads up that the last of my seasonal spooky stickers and autumn stickers are half price right now. So even lower. Ridiculous, I know. But you can go and grab a bargain on those. I really appreciate this space on YouTube in the small business community as a place where I can be open about this business stuff and the things that cause me stress as a business owner, because I know that other people will relate, and it's all a journey. I'm really proud of how far that I've come, but I'm always learning, and the struggle balancing growth and being profitable is a really real one. And I know that some people might think, oh, well, you're growing your business, what are you complaining about, kind of thing. But I hope that people see what I am trying to say, that that's only one piece of the puzzle, and these are things, if I was, say, 12 months before where I am now, that I wish I'd have thought about a little bit more at that time. So I wanted to share it. Now, before I sign off, I have one quick thing that I know a few people have messaged me about, wondering what has been happening. Some of you might have seen an advert or a video floating around on Facebook. Instagram is where I've seen it, which features me, and the footage originally came from a past sponsored collaboration I did. It's about an event that is happening this November, and I am no longer affiliated with that company or that event. But unfortunately, they have continued to use my content in their current advertising without my knowledge or permission. I am trying to challenge that through the appropriate channels, but I wanted to just say, if you see an advert or a video of me on social media promoting an in-person event. I am not affiliated with any in-person events at the moment, and please disregard it, because I consciously took a step back from that collaboration and that footage shouldn't be being used without my permission. So please disregard it. I just wanted to make that distinction clear to my community so you didn't see me recommending something that actually I'm not affiliated with at all. The other unfortunate outcome of this situation, and I'm trying to pick my wording carefully, which is why I'm being a little bit vague, because I don't want any backlash against Sunshine Lane. An unfortunate consequence has been that when the video that I did was still up on YouTube, there was a lot of very suspicious activity on the video, which contributed to my decision to sever ties with that company and that campaign. And YouTube has noticed that, and as a result, it's very clear from my YouTube analytics that my videos aren't being pushed out by YouTube anymore. This makes me very sad. We are almost at my 5-year anniversary on YouTube, and I was hoping to do something special for it to kind of mark the occasion, and I'm kind of left feeling quite deflated that all that hard work, I don't want to say has been undone completely, but I pour so much love and heart into these videos, hoping other small business owners will see them, and for them not to be being pushed out to the people who would find them useful is actually a massive shame. I've had a lot of messages over time of people saying that they've watched my vlogs and either it's inspired them or they felt more comfortable taking the next step in their business, they felt more comfortable doing trade shows, or just felt less alone as a small business owner because it's lonely. And so the fact that there's now missed potential for that and it's none of my doing makes me cross and very sad. So I'm going to make a plea now. If you've watched the video to this point, I would just love it if you could leave a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, leave me a comment, because those are the things YouTube is going to be looking for to show that I have genuine viewers, genuine followers and subscribers, people that want to engage in my content, and they will start pushing out those videos again and hopefully bring this channel back to life, because I put so many hours into this channel and I wrestle all the time with whether I've got those hours to spend, but I love doing it and I don't want this little community to disappear. So anyway, I'm going to stop being doom and gloom, but it's a completely free way that you can support me and try and help this channel, and I'd be really grateful. What might be useful is if I did a video about sponsorships at some point, because I've learned a lot over time about sponsored content. I've been talking to other small businesses about having sponsorships in your YouTube videos in various different ways, and if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, leave me a comment, because yeah, that's something that I could definitely talk about. And the other thing is, I keep toying with the idea of this video series, like make admin sexy, because it's all those things like I was talking about with the price changes and all like bookkeeping and all those bits of the business that you're like, ugh, that's not creative, that's not fun. But actually, they're so important in terms of running a business. And if you're overlooking those bits, you're going to be coming into big problems. So if there's any of those elements that you'd love to know more about, again, pop it in the comments. But I am going to try and leave this vlog on a positive note. I'm sorry there hasn't been as much footage this week of me actually doing. But like I said, it's been a bit of a weird week. But I'm glad I've got to sit down and have this chat with you all. For my positive note, I want to go almost right back to the start of this video where I was packing up your lovely orders. And that's what gives me the drive to carry on doing what I do. That and the fact that my products are all about encouraging self-care and spreading positivity, and the meaning that that can have in people's lives and the impact is why I want to make these changes, so that another 5 years from now I can still be here doing what I love to do, creating things that have a real impact for people in terms of helping them look after themselves and boosting their mood and being kind to themselves, showing themselves love, all of those things. So thank you for supporting me. It really means the world. It's a lot of work, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. I know some people have watched my vlogs and followed my journey for a really long time, and whether that's you or you've just joined and you've liked this video, you are an amazing community, and small business world can be quite lonely, and to have a little community cheering you on is just the best thing I can ask for. So thank you so much. I will be back next week with another video. It will be a video number 300, which is absolutely crazy. And I think I'm going to do a small business Q&A. So if you have any questions you would like me to answer about running my small business or about anything else that I kind of show in these vlogs, managing a business while having a chronic illness, being autistic, becoming a mum and still trying to juggle the whole thing, working with my mum now, growing the business, any aspects that you've seen me talk about, whether it's trade shows, wholesale, product specific questions, anything you like, I'm an open book. Pop them in the questions or pop me a message, and I can't wait to sit down and record that. It's been ages since I've done one, and I will see you back here next week for that video. Bye everyone, take care.